Friends, the Garbha of the future beholds power's emergence, Shaktiya Prakatana. You can be afraid of your father or mother, or you can be friendly with your father or mother, either of the two. But other methods are crooked, making them dependent on you or for various purposes. If they depend, fearing you, dependent on you, it shows crookedness. Suppose you hold their documents, you do something which makes them forever dependent on you. But mortals are mortals. Till the existence vanishes within, this fear goes on. I am the greatest Swamiji, even that is a fear, big fear. I am the biggest, richest fellow. I am the most powerful being on earth. ಇದೆಲ್ಲನೇ ಭೀತಿಕರವಾಗಿರತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ದೇ ಫಿಯರ್ ವಿದಿನ್. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಅಭಯಂ ಸರ್ವಭೂತೇಷು, ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ದಟ್ you will lose fear unless you lose yourself in Lord. Even if I am remaining as a greatest devotee, that also is fear, ultimately. ಅಂದರೆ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಡಿವೋಟಿ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ he is anything. Just to divert, you do so many things in this world. A man walking wants to sit. After he sits for 10-20 minutes, these days they can't sit for 10 minutes anywhere. But they get the enthused to walk or run. Those who are standing, they want to sit or rest. So all this, sitting, standing up, lying down, walking, these are the 4 activities the body does. That's all. I eat, but you are sitting, that's all. Or standing in buffet. I dream with open eyes, maybe sitting or lying down. Then whatever rest you are doing is while walking, running, that's another activity. But at times signals comes where you have to stand, you can't move. So these are the life's mystical ways of holding you within 4 dimensions. So Vastupurusha goes on sleeping, he suddenly opens his eyes. Like that Mahakali dances and runs. Generally, why one sleeps and also does its function. One runs and does her function. So the time runs. Then comes avatars, others. They say, sister, paripalanartham. So these are all qualified, shall I call idioms? Wrong word, are they? Qualified idioms. Idioms, what does it mean? These are all qualified idioms. Time runs and runs when these 4 types of activities are happening. Then comes Pasupakshi pranis and hakis, pakshis. So all this denote that life goes on moving to where? Tomorrow if the agricultural industry will take over, suppose, the super MBAs and others, they will try to learn more about this. And an ordinary person who wants a job also will try to learn about this. It may be a revolution, anyone will be ready to go and work physically on field. Learn a small work, it will feed you. ಬಾಳಿಕೆ ಆಧಾರಿತ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. So it's not a big thing to lead a life in these 4 dimensions. But in all these four, one Chaitanya is functioning. To know this is the very fundamental knowing. First know more about the world outside. And I feel that all this is just a reflection of my power of my eyes. Because of the existence of fire, moon and sun, the world is seen by you. That's why in very important ashrams, Aditya Hridayam is taught. Ravana is the representative of the ultimate darbha of 10 senses. Rama is the representative of highest man, Purushottama. So if he has to win over Ravana, what he did? There's a story that he came to Rameshwaram, the Ramanatha Swami. All those things are connection with divinity. ಅಲ್ಲ ರಾಮನಾಥ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಲಿಂಗ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪೂಜೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋದರು ಅನ್ನೋದು. ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿವಿನಿಟಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಡಿವಿನಿಟಿ. Ramana connection with divinity. But when he wanted to make a war, wage a war with Ravana, he brought this Aditya Hridayam out. So by that he got the power of the creation to look after and to control the 10 indriyas, the 10 things going out of control. So Ravana's representation of the Mada Darbha of Indriyas was won over through the power of Rama in the form of Aditya. So the wrong usage of Indriyas can be controlled by knowing that the power of creation is Surya. So already many researchers are going on to run the car with solar power, to do anything with solar power. It's not that directly you stand before sun and take all this energy. It's impossible. It should not be. Nor you can travel towards sun. Because we have limited bodies and we have the elements which are not fit to travel like that. But that can be concentrated and taken by us to use in any field of activity. Tomorrow maybe medical science will come to an understanding that after all the medicines are taken, the power is not in human's hand, it's in solar power's hand. Today already it is employed in when the child takes birth, they put incubator, the heat. So now the low BP patients and all are also put in such heat generation environment. But I think the solar energy is somehow brought, because those people can't walk or sit on the sun, near the sun, or show their legs or hands to the sun. If something can be done to receive the energy, I think many of them will become active once again. At least they will not lie down and die. They will die at the proper time when it is scheduled, but they can be active. So the greatest breakthrough in medical history will come when the solar power can reach to the body of individuals. How they can be, it's not radiation, it can be projected to the body of individuals. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಆಗಬಹುದು. ಇದು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ. That's for the great vigyanis to ponder over how to. The application is in their hands. The morning and evening, Sandhya Kala, if those, the kiranas should be taken and it should be used for medical purposes, not the otherwise suns. So this is this hint is enough to take over and ponder over and do some research. Instead of researching on various other things, how tsunami will come. It will come. Even if you predict, it will come. If you don't predict, it will come. Why you waste your money on that? At least in this, someone will be benefited. Future researchers should add to the healthy living of the body and giving facilities to all the individuals. ಒಂದು ಹಂತ ಒಂದು healthy living ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. Second hanta which man should understand and use his wealth is for very, very comfortable living of each individual. Third is to allow man to explore within. Fourth is to reach the state of love, where bliss takes over and no mind, no body even gets near such bliss. So if these efforts are put, that will be called global education. Because as I always told that long back a small codopyrene was enough. Then came analgin and other inventions. Then up to steroids they have taken over. They have brought out now for killing pain. Afterwards, they are now using injections which go directly into intramuscular or intravenous, more intramuscular. Then the laser and other, all the departments are now being used, all the energy departments, from small time chemicals to laser radiation. They think that medicine has achieved the finest point. More than this, covering all this is the solar. That is still left untouched. If that is done, we will get the cheapest possible facility to get good health. The heat represents the sun, but I am talking about the ultimate range, ultimate level of application of solar power. So from today, what you have learned, anything about medicine? What is the ultimate form of medicine? Solar energy. Suppose someone is lying down on bed, how they will you take their bread and throw outside to receive solar, or what you have to do? If they can be brought out. Otherwise, we have to do some research in which it reaches, just like food reaches to a needy. We can bring that, irrespective of rich fellow, poor fellow. Everyone needs health, isn't it? So, at that time it will be so cheap if that can be brought. This is not a word of a small fellow who doesn't know anything about medicine. This is the order. This has to come. Then what we took next? All facilities should be given to each individual. Second. Third is exploration, internal exploration up to till they reach love. These are the points in which global education should think about. If your Kendra has resources, you can do this, or who will be dedicated to do something, you can do it. Otherwise, this is free for all. Anyone can do it. As long back we gave a hint to some American doctor that who was doing research on this long back, 20-25 years back. The ultimate cure of cancer will come only when you know how to make use of this black cobra's soil. So maybe if that research is, after a few years, they came and told me that some doctors came and reported this cobra poison is now found as a remedy for cancer. The chemotherapy includes this cobra's poison. So these things are already there. Only thing how we do the research, and that's all. And make it very applicable to a small level, without side effects. Without side effects is more important. No, everything. Now we want the silicon, that soil to be edible. But they are talking about the poison. Poison is already many STEM technologies that they are all bringing out all this. Even human poison is being used. But I don't know how much side effect is there. So I tell, if this is taken, the side effects may be minimized. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಇದು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಶುರುವಾದರೆ maybe the side effects may not be there and the cure may be possible. This is just my, there is no extra expense. You are doing this, you can do this also. These points will not own, we are not going to own the copyright or trademark or brand for this. We are as pure as here. Let anyone take it and do it in the entire world. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.